Hello, my friends. AmyR here with Prairie Paper and Ink. Welcome back to my face and my card making space. And another set of Halloween cards that actually can be very easily not Halloween cards, which I'll explain when we get to the actual card making. This one is for Waffle Flower's October release that will have just gone live not too long before this video went up. Yeah. I always have a hard time when I'm like pre-recording things. Anyway, they released another little Postage collage stencil set. I will link at the end of this video. The video I did when they came out with the die set. This is just the one main die. There's like little individual dies too. Back in July. I think it was back in July. Yeah, because it was like a Christmas in July release. And this was unbelievably popular and sold out many times. But as of filming this, it's back in stock. We'll see how long it stays in stock because it's popular. Anyway, it's a really cute stencil set. And I was like, oh, I can go Halloween with this. So I did. Also with this release, and I'm not going to do a review. I will have a link to Waffle Flower's YouTube video, or you'll just have to go to the Waffle Flower channel and look for the video. But they released a new version of their little shader brushes, which I have shown their shader brushes in a bunch of videos. I actually keep them stored. You can't really see because it's all blurry, but I keep them stored like right there. These little containers are also from Waffle Flower. They were originally meant to go with their water media mat. That's why they have these little squares and stuff. But I use them for storage, for little brushes and different things, and they're like silicone and stuff like that. And they fit perfectly. And I showed this in a video, I think, when the brushes first came out. These fit perfectly in the IKEA picture ledge shelves. You know? So anyway, that's how I keep mine stored. I've had the original little tiny, these are the 0. These are size 0. They're just little brushes. And then the size 1s. And then they do have like thin narrow ones. I don't use those as much. These are the ones I use a ton. Like you can tell, like mine are all covered in color. Anyway, they've upgraded them. So now they're Shader 1 Plus and Shader 0 Plus. And if you've got the originals and you're happy with them, great. That's fabulous. I noticed a difference. Like Nina told me, she's like, they're more dense, etc. And like I said, they'll have the explanation on the Waffle Flower videos. But I played with a couple of them as I was making these cards, and I could tell like they hold more ink, and they're a little bit softer and they're a little more dense. And I was like, I'm gonna get another set because this size, the Shader 1 Plus is a set of 5. And I was like, I need to get at least one more set of these. The 0 Plus, it's a set of 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, maybe more than that. 10. I think it's 10. 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Oh, 15. Sweet. That's even better. Who'd have thunk? Because yeah, they're perfect for little detail areas. I've used them on little die cuts. You know, when I just want to get a little spots. Anyway, I love them. I love them. So there's the new ones, and there is a set double-sided. I'm not a fan of double-sided brushes. I told Nina, I was like, don't bother sending them to me because I prefer, and I've got the perfect little storage solution, but I guess they come in a little bag, so you can kind of store them that way. But I just know, for me, that's just not going to fly. But for a lot of people, it's nice because then you could have each brush. One could be like the lighter shade and one could be the darker shade. So that is really good. But I was like, I like how I store mine. So there's options. But anyway, yeah, I think that's enough blabber and explanation. And yeah, let's get into how I made these little cards. And like I said, I'll have a link at the end to that other video I did with the Postal collage die set and one of the first stencil sets, because there have been several. And then, yeah, I'll also have a link at the end to my Halloween series, because this is number 23, something like that this year. Plus the live streams I've done. They're all in there too. So, yeah, fun times. So, let's get into the card making. So I started off by die cutting a couple pieces of white cardstock with the Postage Collage wafer dies. And then I've got 2 Waffle Flower grip mats out just for convenience sake. Since I've got them, I'll use both of them, you know? Although I'm literally tempted to get a second big one because you guys know when I'm able to, I like to do more than one card at a time, you know, streamline the whole process. So these stencils, these are the Postage Collage Fall stencil set. And just like the other stencil sets that Waffle Flower has done for this specific die, everything lines up. You can't see it really on camera, but there's also all the info. I've talked about this before. It's one of the things I really love about the Waffle Flower layering stencil sets is it will even have info like on these ones. It'll say it's like 1 of 4 light, and then 2 of 4 is medium, 3 of 4 dark, you know, things like that. It's like, thank you. Thank you for making my life even easier. I like all the extra little bits of info. Because, yeah, the less thinking I have to do, the better. So I kind of followed that for the most part. And also just, I was using like some of my original Waffle Flower brushes. Those are like the color ones there on the upper right corner of the screen. And then sometimes I would use the smaller ones, the shader 1 plus, for some of the smaller areas rather than do any sort of like masking or anything like that, just to get different colors in different spots for funsies. I will link with my supplies. I'll have links to all the specific colors I used. I used all Simon Says Stamp Positively saturated inks other than the black, which I used Concord 9th black ink. I just grabbed randomness, you know? And I also kind of blended here and there, like the browns and oranges, I kind of blended together because, you know, fall colors and that sort of thing. And I've said this a million times. I'm really loving all these different little layering stencil sets. There's something satisfying about them as the like scenes or whatever the images are, whether it's something like this or, you know, florals or whatever it is. As it all starts to come together, I'm just like, these are so cute. And again, I love that someone else has figured all this out. You know, so that all I got to do is stick it down and add some ink. And what I said in the intro about like you could skip, like I turned mine into Halloween cards, but you could totally skip it. You could not ink up this right where I was inking up the little jack-o'-lantern faces. You could skip that, or you could still make them jack-o'-lanterns and just continue to keep it fall. But I'm going to add a little bit later on to really make them like Halloween. But yeah, you could totally skip that. And then these would just be like fall themed little postage stamp collage. Like, oh, so cute. Seriously, that little ladybug in the lower right corner. Love him. He's adorable. So yeah, once I got to the last stencil, I was like, what colors do I want to use? Because these are the kind of like little fillers. They do the background on a couple of them. And for that, I ended up pulling out seafoam ink, but also still kind of mixing. And I also let my brush, like I was picking up a little bit of the green here and there over that little pie. Like seriously, that pie, like come on. I love it. I just love it. So I just went along and did all my little bits of blending. There's a tiny little image on there too that does the little eye on the ladybug. It's adorable. And then there's a little stamp set again, because there was one with the original set and now there's this one, and it's the fall collage, fall postage collage fall stamp set. It's just a little mini set. And it's got, you know, your cancellation marks, and there's little denominations and things. There's little wavy lines for the pie, you know, little steam. There's little curly images for the tops of the pumpkins. So I stamped those. I stamped little wavy lines for the pie. Stamped some of the denominations, and then like the cancellation stamps. And this is where it starts getting even more fun, because it's like, this does not need to be perfect. You know, it doesn't even need to be straight. It doesn't need to be nothing. It can be messy. That's what I love. Because, you know, cancellations on stamps are not perfect. So after I did all that, I was like, it needs splatter. Because, you know, That is the rule. So I just grabbed, I'm not even kidding. I opened my drawer of distress paints and grabbed Crackling Campfire. I was going to do black. And then I was like, ooh, Crackling Campfire. That's a nice deep orange color. Perfect. Using it. So put a little bit on my palette, add a little bit of water to thin it down. Grab my good old, trusty old splat brush, my little fan brush, mix that with the water just to thin it out a bit, splatter these backgrounds, let it dry. And then the pattern paper I used, I don't have a link for it. This was from an old Waffle Flower pattern paper pack called Lines. It was from the Enchanted color scheme. I don't even know if it's still available or if it was completely discontinued, but any, like, even just orange pattern paper would work, or just orange cardstock. I took the pieces and then I did what I've been doing a lot lately. I used my Tim Holtz Distresser thread cutter tool to rough up all of these edges, because that has just been my thing for I don't know how long lately, because I really like the texture it gives. You know, going right back to the beginning of when I started card making a couple decades ago to add these little extras. And then here's where I decided to make them even extra Halloween. So this is the tiny little Happy Halloween stamp set that came out in last month's. Was it last month? Pretty sure it was last month's release. You guys, all my days are just a blur. Anyway, just a little tiny baby set. And I pulled it out because I was going to use just the big Happy Halloween sentiment on the inside of the card. But then I was like, oh, I could stamp those little webs onto some of these. And there's little bats. And I was like, oh. So I did. And I had fun. So I stamped the little webs here and there. I was just using VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink. There's a little tiny thread with a little tiny spider. Stamped him onto some of these. And then, yeah, there's these little bats. And like this, it was just perfect. It was just perfect. And I had so much fun. And I was like, man, I should have done like 10 of these. So just went along stamping it. Again, not worried about it being perfect, because in some ways it's like just like the little cancellation marks. You know, if I skip a spot or miss a little bit, it's fine. That's how it's supposed to be. So just went along and added those little elements. So it just gives it that little extra, little extra Halloween something. And then once I've got all of those stamped, my card bases are going to be just top folding A2 white note cards. And I'm going to stamp that Happy Halloween sentiment with the darker shade of orange ink, which I think I use, Grapefruit. So stamp that onto the insides of the cards. And then I just stamp those same little images from that set with the VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink. So I stamped a little web, stamped one next to the sentiment, stamped one in the corner. I'm going to add those little spiders hanging from the webs, and then I'll stamp those little bat images as well, and that's going to finish off the insides of these cards. So once I've got those stamped into place, I gave it a little bit of time to dry, because VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink takes a while to dry. So set those aside, let those dry. And I've got this, again, I don't have a link for this either, because I bought this, I'm not even sure how many years ago. This was some Halloween doodle twine that, 2011. Yeah, many years ago. Because this is one of the few that I still have the packaging for, as you can see. Yeah, it's old. It's not available anymore, but black and white doodle twine would work. That's actually what I was going to use, and I was like, oh, I have this. Why don't I actually start using it instead of hoarding it for over a decade? Anyway, I just thread it through one of the holes, wrapped it around, used my reverse tweezers to hold it tight for me while I fiddled and made my little bows. And then once I was happy with everything, removed the tweezers, pulled everything tight, and then just cut off the excess with my scissors. So that just adds that little extra something. And then all I had to do was adhere the roughed up pattern paper to my card bases. And then I'm going to adhere the little postage stamp Halloween collage to that. And I'm just using craft tacky glue to adhere all of that. And once those are adhered, these cards are complete. I decided not to add any bling or anything. I've got, splatter and just all the little scenes that are created, like beyond adorable. Chef's kiss. Love it. Absolutely love it. And you guys know, I've said this. I love when brands come out with like a die set or a stamp set and then they keep releasing like add-ons for it. It just makes it more fun and you just get more use out of it. So this just made me happy. So anywho, like I mentioned in the intro, I will have a link to the video I did using the Postal collage and doing Christmas cards. That one will be linked at the end along with my Halloween series. Below the video, in the description box, I will have links to all the supplies I used, a link to my blog post, which is definitely worth checking out because since it's part of a blog hop, there's giveaways and all that fun stuff. So that will be linked directly below for anyone who is interested. Thank you all so much for watching, thumbs upping, commenting, subscribe if you haven't. I'd love to have you, and I'll see you all very soon in the next video. Bye.